Assalamu alaikum. Listen, if you clicked on this video for the intention of improving yourself, you have to ask yourself this question before you start. Are you going to take action after watching this video? Or is this just another entertainment video that you're gonna watch? Because this video is probably the last self-improvement video that you will ever need. And I'm gonna deliver the information in the simplest way. And we're gonna cover two things: body and mind. Before I start, let me tell you a story. I've been a Muslim for around 6 months now. And alhamdulillah, I know how to read the Quran. I have some Islamic knowledge. But there was one period of my life where my iman was at an all-time low. And I felt terrible throughout the day. I was seriously thinking about going back to my old days. But I know I couldn't because I know Islam is the truth. So the only thing I know I had to do is increase my iman. And here are the 9 things that really helped me improve myself as a Muslim. Before I tell you the 9 things, make sure to keep your intentions purely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now let's get started. So let's start with body. Do you know what the first thing I'm gonna say is? The first thing is start working out. Why? Because it first helps with your physical health and it also helps with your mental health. And as you're working out, one thing that really helped me was keeping my intentions for the sake of Allah. Like, for example, if I'm lifting weights, I will think like, oh, I'm working out for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so I can be healthy in the long run to worship Him. I'm telling you, if you think like this, you're gonna feel more purposeful when you're doing stuff. Okay, second might be even more important, which is eating single ingredient foods. Cut out all the processed food that you eat all day, like chips, what else, like Coke. You're supposed to be boycotting them anyways. Just start eating single ingredient food like me. Like, for example, I eat egg, steak, chicken, butter, like not the seed oil butter, but like just normal butter, raw milk, these kind of things, which is only one ingredient. If you see the packaging has like all that ingredient that you can't even read, what are you doing? Don't eat those stuff. That's why you're having brain fogs and like you feel tired all the time. So start eating single ingredient food and I promise you, you'll feel a lot better. Okay, next we're gonna move on to mind. So one thing that really helped me was journaling. So writing down all my thoughts, it kind of just helped me deload everything from my mind and then put it into paper form. I don't know, it just really helped me. Maybe give it a try, see if it helps for you too. Okay, next, even more importantly, is praying on time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put these prayer times for us for a specific reason. Of course, we don't know the reason, but there's obviously benefits for us as Muslims. So make sure you're praying on time. Next is seeking knowledge. I would suggest reading 5 verses of the Quran and actually understanding them and reading the tafsir and know why it was sent down. And lastly, it's social connections. As Muslims, we need friends who can help us improve ourselves for the hereafter. And it's important to have friends who remind us of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those kind of friends are a blessing to have. If you have that, alhamdulillah, I'm actually really happy for you. But to be honest with you, most of us, we don't have that. Not everyone has the luxury of having those kind of friends. So that's why I made a completely free school community with the goal of improving ourselves physically and spiritually. If you're interested, click the first link in the description. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.